You're 52 years old, sitting at your kitchen table at 2 a.m., staring at a retirement calculator on your laptop. You've entered your pathetic savings balance, your current age, and your hoped-for retirement date. The result? You'll run out of money before you run out of life. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Most Americans reach their 50s and realize they're decades behind on retirement planning. The financial experts tell you it's too late to catch up. The investment advisors suggest you'll need to work until you're 75. But what if I told you that's complete nonsense? My name is Sarah Martinez, and 5 years ago I was exactly where you might be now. Divorced at 50, with barely anything saved for retirement, facing the terrifying prospect of working until I die. Today, at 55, I'm on track to retire comfortably at 65 with more wealth than I ever imagined possible. I didn't win the lottery, I didn't inherit money, I didn't marry rich or start a billion-dollar business. I simply discovered that everything we're told about retirement planning after 50 is wrong. Hit that subscribe button, because what I'm about to share will completely revolutionize how you think about building wealth in your final working years. Chapter 1. Why everything you've been told about late-start retirement is wrong. Before I show you what actually works, let me destroy the biggest myths that keep people trapped in financial fear. Myth number 1, it's too late to start saving for retirement after 50. This is perhaps the most damaging lie in personal finance. The truth? Your 50s and early 60s can be your most powerful wealth-building years. Think about it. Your kids are likely grown and out of the house. Your career is at its peak. You have more disposable income than you've ever had. You're eligible for catch-up contributions that younger people can't access. The problem isn't that you started late. The problem is you're using strategies designed for 25-year-olds. Myth number 2. You need to invest conservatively after 50. Financial advisors love to tell people over 50 to move their money into bonds and safe investments. This is backwards thinking. When you have decades to invest, you can afford market volatility. When you have 10 to 15 years, you cannot afford to play it safe. Conservative investing when you're starting late is the surest path to poverty. Myth number 3. You'll need 80% of your pre-retirement income. This outdated rule assumes you'll have the same expenses in retirement as during your working years. But think about it. No more mortgage payments, no more saving for retirement, no more work-related expenses, potentially lower taxes. Many retirees live comfortably on far less than their working income. Myth number 4. Social Security won't be there for you. Social Security has never missed a payment in its 80-plus year history. Even in the worst-case scenarios, it would still pay most benefits. Stop planning as if Social Security will disappear. The truth about late-start retirement planning. Here's what actually works when you're starting after 50. You need to be more aggressive, not more conservative. You need to focus on cash flow, not just total savings. You need multiple strategies working simultaneously. You need to think beyond traditional retirement advice. Let me show you exactly how this works. Chapter 2. The Income Explosion Strategy, How I Doubled My Earning Power at 51. The biggest mistake people make when trying to catch up on retirement is focusing only on cutting expenses. Cutting expenses has limits. Income growth has no ceiling. When I started my financial transformation, I was making a decent salary but had no additional income streams. Within 2 years, I had tripled my total monthly income. Here's how: the skills inventory revolution. Most people over 50 severely undervalue their professional experience. You have decades of knowledge that companies desperately need. I made a list of every skill I'd developed in my career, every problem I'd solved, every process I'd improved. Then I started selling that expertise. The magic happened when I stopped thinking like an employee and started thinking like a consultant. The teaching goldmine. Whatever your profession, there are people who want to learn it, and they'll pay well for someone with real-world experience to teach them. I started teaching project management workshops one evening per month at the community college. Then I created an online course. Then I began one-on-one coaching. The beautiful thing about teaching is that you're not trading time for money in the traditional sense. You create the content once and sell it multiple times. The digital arbitrage opportunity. Here's something most people don't realize. Small businesses are drowning in digital tasks they don't understand. If you can learn basic digital skills, there's an enormous demand for your services. I spent 6 weeks learning social media management through YouTube videos. Now I manage social media for 4 local businesses. The key insight: you don't need to be an expert. You just need to know more than the business owner. The gig economy sweet spot. Everyone talks about young people driving for rideshare companies, but there are gig opportunities perfectly designed for experienced professionals. Virtual assistants, bookkeeping, customer service, consulting. These are all areas where maturity and reliability are huge advantages. The passion project profit, that hobby you've had for years? It's probably a business waiting to happen. I love gardening, so I started helping busy professionals design and maintain their gardens. What began as helping neighbors became a legitimate side business. The network effect. Your professional network is an asset most people never monetize. All those colleagues, former co-workers, industry contacts, they're running businesses that need services you can provide. One email to my professional network asking, "Do you know anyone who needs help with project management?" generated 3 immediate clients. The compound effect of multiple income streams. Here's where the magic happens. When you have multiple income streams, they start to compound and amplify each other. My teaching led to consulting opportunities. My consulting led to course sales. My course sales led to speaking engagements. Each stream fed the others. The result? I went from one source of income to 7 different revenue streams in less than 2 years. Comment below. What's one skill from your career that you could teach or consult on? Let's brainstorm income opportunities together. Chapter 3. The Expense Optimization Revolution. Living better while spending less. Now let's talk about the expense side of the equation. But this isn't about becoming a penny-pinching hermit. This is about optimizing your expenses so you can live better while spending less. The Big 3 expense transformation. 3 categories account for most people's expenses: housing, transportation, and food. Master these 3, and you've solved your expense problem. Housing, the strategic right-sizing. Most people over 50 are living in houses designed for their younger selves. Bigger families, different priorities, different needs. I was rattling around in a house that was too big, too expensive, and required too much maintenance. The mortgage, taxes, utilities, and upkeep were crushing my ability to save. So I made the decision to right-size. I didn't downgrade my lifestyle, I upgraded my efficiency. Smaller space, better location, lower costs, less maintenance, more amenities. The psychological shift from "I'm downsizing because I have to" "I'm optimizing because I'm smart" made all the difference. Transportation, rethinking the car obsession. Americans have an obsession with cars that makes no financial sense, especially for people over 50. I was spending an enormous amount every month on car payments, insurance, gas, maintenance, and depreciation for a vehicle I used maybe 10 hours per week. I replaced my financed SUV with a reliable used car I bought with cash. Suddenly, no car payment, lower insurance, better gas mileage, cheaper maintenance. But here's the kicker. I also embraced alternative transportation for many trips, grocery delivery, ride-sharing for social events, and walking for nearby errands. The money I saved went straight into retirement savings. The stress I eliminated was a bonus: food, the strategic eating plan. Food expenses can spiral out of control as we age, especially when dining out and eating convenience foods. I didn't eliminate restaurant meals or start eating ramen noodles. Instead, I became strategic about food spending. Meal planning, bulk cooking, strategic shopping, and reducing food waste. I probably eat better now than I did when I was spending twice as much. The subscription audit. Here's a fun exercise. Look at your bank and credit card statements for the past 3 months. Highlight every recurring charge. I guarantee you'll find subscriptions you forgot about, services you're not using, and memberships that no longer serve you. This audit consistently saves people hundreds per month in expenses they weren't even conscious of. Utility optimization. Utilities feel fixed, but they're not. Energy audits, programmable thermostats, LED bulbs, better insulation, small changes that add up to significant savings. More importantly, many utility companies offer senior discounts that you have to ask for. The lifestyle upgrade paradox. Here's what's interesting. As I optimized my expenses, my quality of life improved. Less house to clean and maintain meant more time for things I enjoy. No car payment meant less financial stress. Strategic meal planning meant better nutrition. Fewer subscriptions meant less digital clutter. I was spending less, but living better. The cash flow revolution. The goal isn't to become cheap. The goal is to redirect money from things that don't matter to you toward things that do matter to you. Every dollar you're not spending unconsciously on things you don't value is a dollar you can invest in your future security. This isn't about deprivation. This is about optimization. Hit that like button if you're starting to see how expense optimization can actually improve your quality of life. Chapter 4. The investment strategy that actually works for late starters. Now we get to the crucial part, investing your money for maximum growth in minimum time. Everything you've been told about investing after 50 is designed to keep you poor. The conservative investment trap. Traditional advice says people over 50 should move their money into bonds and safe investments. This advice will guarantee you stay broke. When you have 30 years to invest, you can afford to be conservative. When you have 15 years, conservative investing is the riskiest strategy of all. Think about it. If your safe investments earn minimal returns, you're guaranteed to fall short of your retirement goals. That's not safe. That's financial suicide. The time horizon reality. Even if you retire at 65, you're not spending all your money at 65. You're spending it over the next 25 to 30 years. That means you still have a 25 to 30-year investment timeline for much of your money. That's plenty of time for growth investments to work. The simplicity advantage. Here's something the investment industry doesn't want you to know. Simple strategies outperform complex ones. You don't need fancy investment products, complicated strategies, or expensive financial advisors. You need consistent execution of proven approaches. My 3-fund philosophy. I keep my investments simple with 3 broad categories: stock market index funds for growth, International funds for diversification, bond funds for stability, that's it. No individual stocks, no sector funds, no cryptocurrency, no gold, no complicated strategies. The automatic investing system. The key to investment success isn't picking the right stocks or timing the market. It's consistently investing money every month, regardless of what the market is doing. I set up automatic transfers from my checking account to my investment accounts. The money moves before I can spend it on something else. Asset allocation for late starters. Here's my approach to dividing money between stocks and bonds. In your 50s, be aggressive. You need growth. In your early 60s, start shifting toward more stability. In retirement, maintain some growth investments. The exact percentages matter less than the consistent investing and the overall approach. The rebalancing secret. Once per year, I rebalance my portfolio back to my target allocation. This forces me to sell investments that have done well and buy investments that have done poorly. It sounds backwards, but it's the essence of successful investing. Buy low, sell high. Tax-advantaged accounts. First, before investing in regular taxable accounts, maximize your tax-advantaged options. 401k plans, especially if your employer matches contributions. Individual retirement accounts for additional tax benefits. Health savings accounts for triple tax advantages. These accounts can significantly boost your after-tax returns. The compound interest acceleration. Here's the beautiful thing about investing in your 50s. Compound interest accelerates dramatically in the final years. The money you invest today won't just grow. It will grow on its growth. And in the later years, the growth becomes larger than your actual contributions. This is why starting now, even if you feel late, is so powerful. The dollar cost averaging advantage. By investing the same amount every month, regardless of market conditions, you automatically buy more shares when prices are low and fewer shares when prices are high. This smooths out market volatility and removes the impossible task of trying to time the market. The market crash opportunity. Market crashes feel scary, but they're actually opportunities when you're consistently investing. During crashes, you're buying investments at discounted prices. When the market recovers, and it always has, those investments purchased during the crash provide exceptional returns. Staying the course. The biggest enemy of investment success isn't market crashes or economic uncertainty, it's emotional decision-making. The investors who get rich are the ones who ignore the noise, stick to their plan, and keep investing through good times and bad times. The most important investment decision. The most important investment decision you'll make isn't which funds to buy, it's deciding to start investing consistently right now. Every month you delay costs you compound growth that can never be recovered. The best time to start investing was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Chapter 5. The Social Security Maximization Blueprint. Social Security will likely provide 30 to 50% of your retirement income, so understanding how to maximize your benefits is crucial. But most people make costly mistakes that permanently reduce their benefits. The claiming strategy that changes everything. You can claim Social Security as early as 62, but your benefits will be permanently reduced. You can delay until 70 and receive significantly higher benefits for life. The decision of when to claim is one of the most important financial choices you'll make. The full retirement age sweet spot. For most people reading this, full retirement age is somewhere between 66 and 67. This is when you can claim your full benefit without any reduction. For many people, claiming at full retirement age represents the best balance between benefit amount and years of payments received. The work history optimization. Social Security benefits are based on your highest 35 years of earnings. If you have fewer than 35 years of work history, continuing to work can dramatically increase your benefits. Even if you have 35 years of work history, replacing low-earning years with high-earning years can boost your monthly benefits significantly. The spousal benefits goldmine. If you're married, divorced, or widowed, you may be eligible for benefits based on someone else's work record. Married couples can coordinate their claiming strategies to maximize total household benefits. Divorced individuals can claim based on an ex-spouse's record without affecting the ex-spouse's benefits. Widowed individuals have the most flexibility and can often maximize benefits through strategic timing. The tax minimization strategy. Many people don't realize that Social Security benefits can be taxable depending on your other retirement income. Strategic planning of when and how you withdraw money from retirement accounts can minimize taxes on your Social Security benefits. The Medicare coordination. Social Security and Medicare enrollment are connected, so your claiming strategy needs to account for health care coverage. Understanding these connections prevents costly mistakes that can affect both your income and your health care. The longevity calculation. The optimal claiming strategy depends partly on how long you expect to live. Family history, health status, and lifestyle factors all play a role in this decision. But don't get paralyzed by trying to predict the unpredictable. Focus on strategies that work well across a range of scenarios. The income bridge strategy. Social Security can serve as a bridge that allows your retirement account investments to continue growing. By coordinating Social Security income with strategic retirement account withdrawals, you can optimize your total retirement income. Chapter 6. The Healthcare Cost Solution. Healthcare costs are the wild card that can destroy even the best retirement plan. But with proper planning, you can manage these costs effectively. The pre-Medicare challenge. If you retire before 65, you'll need to bridge your health care coverage until Medicare begins. This requires careful planning and budgeting, as individual health insurance can be expensive. The Healthcare Savings Account strategy. Health savings accounts offer a triple tax advantage and can be powerful retirement planning tools. Unlike other retirement accounts, HSAs can be used tax-free for medical expenses at any age. And after 65, they work like traditional IRAs for non-medical expenses. The Medicare planning process. Medicare has multiple parts and options, and the decisions you make when you first enroll can affect your costs for years. Understanding Medicare basics helps you plan for healthcare costs in retirement and avoid costly penalties. The long-term care reality. Most people will need some form of long-term care assistance as they age, but Medicare provides limited long-term care coverage. Planning for potential long-term care costs, whether through insurance, savings, or other strategies, protects your retirement assets. The preventive care investment. Investing in preventive health care while you're still working can prevent more expensive health problems in retirement. Regular checkups, dental care, vision care, and addressing health issues early can save significant money over time. Chapter 7. The Debt Elimination Accelerator. Carrying debt into retirement is financial suicide, but the strategy for eliminating debt while building retirement savings requires careful balance. The priority decision. The first question is whether to focus on paying off debt or investing for retirement. The answer depends on interest rates, tax situations, and the specific type of debt. High-interest debt like credit cards should almost always be eliminated before investing beyond any employer matching. Lower-interest debt like mortgages might be worth keeping while you invest for higher returns. The debt avalanche method. When eliminating multiple debts, focus on paying the minimum on all debts while attacking the highest interest rate debt with any extra money. This mathematically optimal approach saves the most money in interest charges. The mortgage decision. Whether to pay off your mortgage early is one of the most debated topics in personal finance. The answer depends on your mortgage interest rate, expected investment returns, tax situation, and personal preference for guaranteed savings versus potential investment gains. The cash flow transformation. Once debt is eliminated, those former debt payments become available for retirement investing. This creates a powerful cash flow transformation that can dramatically accelerate retirement savings in your final working years. The psychological freedom. Beyond the mathematical benefits, eliminating debt provides psychological freedom that's hard to quantify. Entering retirement debt-free reduces stress and provides more flexibility in your retirement lifestyle choices. Chapter 8. The final 5-year strategy. The last 5 years before retirement are crucial. This is when compound interest accelerates and when you need to start preparing for the transition to retirement income. The peak earning opportunity. Your final working years often coincide with your peak earning years. Maximizing income during this period can dramatically impact your retirement security. Consider taking on additional responsibilities, consulting opportunities, or side income that leverages your decades of experience. The catch-up contribution advantage. Starting at age 50, you're eligible for catch-up contributions to retirement accounts that allow you to save significantly more than younger workers. These catch-up contributions can make a substantial difference in your final retirement account balances. The lifestyle dress rehearsal. A few years before retirement, start living on your projected retirement budget. This serves as both a reality check and a savings accelerator. If you discover your retirement budget is unrealistic, you have time to adjust. If it works, you can save the difference. The asset allocation shift. As retirement approaches, gradually shift toward a more conservative investment allocation to reduce the risk of market volatility affecting your early retirement years. But don't abandon growth investments entirely. You'll still need growth to combat inflation over a 25 to 30-year retirement. The withdrawal strategy planning. Start planning how you'll withdraw money from different types of accounts in retirement to minimize taxes and maximize the longevity of your savings. This coordination between taxable accounts, traditional retirement accounts, and Roth accounts can significantly impact your retirement income. Chapter 9. Crisis-proofing your plan. Life happens. Job loss, health crises, market crashes, family emergencies. Your retirement plan needs to survive these challenges. The Emergency Fund Foundation. Before aggressively investing for retirement, establish an emergency fund to handle unexpected expenses without derailing your retirement savings. This foundation of security actually enables more aggressive retirement investing because you won't need to tap retirement accounts during emergencies. The multiple income stream safety net. Diversifying your income sources provides security against job loss and creates more total income for retirement savings. Multiple income streams also provide flexibility in retirement, allowing you to continue some income-generating activities if desired. The Market Volatility Plan. Market crashes are guaranteed to happen. Your plan needs to account for this reality rather than hope it won't occur. Having a strategy for continuing to invest during market downturns can actually accelerate your wealth building as you buy investments at discounted prices. The health crisis preparation. Health problems can derail retirement plans through both medical expenses and lost income. Proper insurance coverage, health savings accounts, and emergency funds help protect against health-related financial disasters. The flexibility advantage. The best retirement plans are flexible enough to adapt to changing circumstances rather than rigid plans that require perfect execution. Regular plan reviews and adjustments help ensure you stay on track despite life's inevitable curveballs. Conclusion: your 90-day transformation plan. You now have the complete roadmap for transforming your financial future, regardless of your current age or savings level. But knowledge without action is worthless. The first 30 days, foundation. Calculate exactly where you stand financially and where you need to be. Set up automatic systems for consistent investing. Identify your biggest expense optimization opportunities. Choose your first income diversification strategy. Days 31 to 60, acceleration. Implement your expense optimizations. Launch your first additional income stream. Maximize all available tax-advantaged investment accounts. Create your debt elimination plan if needed. Days 61 to 90. Optimization. Fine-tune your investment strategy and asset allocation. Launch your second income stream. Plan your Social Security and health care strategies. Set up systems for ongoing plan monitoring and adjustment. The most important decision, everything I've shared comes down to one critical decision. Will you take action today or will you continue to wait? Every day you delay costs compound growth that can never be recovered. Your age doesn't matter. Your current savings level doesn't matter. Your income doesn't matter. What matters is starting now with whatever you have, wherever you are. The compound effect of small actions. You don't need to implement everything perfectly from day one. Small, consistent actions compound over time into dramatic results. Start with one strategy, master it, then add another. Join the movement. Comment below with your age and which strategy you're implementing first. Making a public commitment increases your likelihood of following through. Subscribe and hit the notification bell because I post new videos every week with advanced strategies, case studies, and updates on real people's financial transformations. Your future self is counting on you. 10 years from now, you'll either look back with gratitude that you started your financial transformation today, or with regret that you continued to wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. The perfect amount to start with is whatever you have. The perfect plan is the one you actually implement. Your retirement security begins with the decision you make right now, today, in this moment. Don't let your future self down. Start now. Start today. Start with whatever you have. The path to financial freedom begins with a single step, and that step starts right now. Smash that subscribe button if this video gave you hope and a concrete plan for your financial future. The time for excuses is over. The time for action is now. Your wealthy retirement is waiting. Let's go get it.